I guess it's the afternoon now, so thank y'all for sticking with us this whole time. I think there's supposed to be an audio clip before I speak that it embodies what I'm going to talk about. So, Mr. Bruce, if I could get that 30-second or that 10-second clip, I would be quite grateful. Do we have it? Do we have it?
I do things.
Oh, don't worry.
I do things when I want to. I'm working on my time clock, not my parents, not yours, not the general consensus, but on my own.
So, while I have this platform, ears, hearts, and minds, I want to talk about three things. The first of which is time. My father was born in 1929, at the inception of the Great Depression. While I was born in 1990, I have gained a breadth of knowledge in my 29 years as my father did in the 61 years before my birth. That had to be blended. As parents and children, our obligation is bridging generational gaps that no doubt exist so that we may grow closer, create stronger bonds, learn from one another, and build something new. That takes patience. To accomplish goals, you need patience. The Martin Luther King holiday legislation took 15 years to become law. That took patience and resilience. My father introduced H.R. 676, what we now know as Medicare for All, in 2003. And H.R. 40, the Commission to Study and Develop Reparation Proposals for African Americans Act, in 1989. Those two pieces of legislation are only now gaining momentum and media traction. To accomplish the goals you have set, you do not wait. There are tasks to be completed while you work towards the ultimate goal. Those are the little things. You have to be patient, trust in your purpose, and stay the course. Stay the course, be resilient. Even if it takes 53 years or 5 decades, and you never see the fruits your tree may bear. Which brings me to the reason we are all mourning here today. Our present and our future without John Conyers Jr. Everyone breathing in this sanctuary is someone's future. All of us embody the prospects of someone that has passed. The man that lays here before us was propped up by the foundation my grandfather, John James Conyers Sr., laid as an executor for the United Auto Workers. I put that in there for you, Uncle Nate, because you always talk about my grandfather. I often see pictures of him on the walls of Local 600. And when I leave the stage today, whatever I go on to do is enabled by not only Nathan Conyers, Congressman John Conyers Jr., my mother, Monica Conyers, but also, and most importantly, Lucille and John Conyers Sr. It is enabled by what James Baldwin did, and empowered by what Bayard Rustin did. It is enabled by what Nipsey did. It is enabled by what Big did, by what Pac did. It is enabled by, oh no, not this page, it's this page. It is enabled by what Toni Morrison did, what Nina Simone did, and Maya Angelou did. Miss Angelou once said, I come as one, but I stand as 10,000. Whether you are someone like myself that comes from a well-known family, or your family is less known, know that your culture, our culture, Black American culture is accepted worldwide as popular culture. Most people don't know that my father was a radical Black man, even though he had to navigate waters that didn't allow him to be so. So I'll conclude with this. Often we feel that we have to prove, that we have something to prove, or that we have to do something over and above, and within a human-made time frame to be sufficient or worthy, or that our blackness isn't excellent unless we accomplish amazing and notable things. I want every person breathing in this room to leave and know that whether you are 50 or 15, our legacy has been paid for in full. Harriet paid for it, Frederick Douglass and Asada paid for it, Coleman Alexander Young and Mumia paid for it, Reginald Lewis and Michelle Alexander paid for it, John Draper paid for it, Miss Willoughby paid for it, Sylvia Roane, Fred Hampton, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Hattie McDaniel, Debbie Allen, my uncle Jesse Jackson, Charles Ellis III, John Conyers Sr., and John Jr. have paid for it. We must honor them all by doing what we can to add to it and pay for those coming after us through our work, and know that our work, whatever it may be, is enough. Thank you.